So some exercises here to help with forward pelvic tilt. First up is for the hamstrings, the Romanian deadlift. Here I'm just going for 10 to 12 repetitions. So the weight's not massively heavy here, so I'm trying to use a slow eccentric here. So just kind of lowering for 3 seconds, 2, 1. So toes are pointing forward, trying to grab the floor at my big toe, my little toe, my heel. Just keep those 3 points of contact with the ground. And I'm really trying at the top position not to overarch or arch at all actually. I want to try and keep my lower back flat. I want to tuck my hips under, tuck my tailbone under at the top, squeeze the glutes. If we don't have any weights, we can use a band like here in the video. This is the only band I have at the moment. It's probably a little bit light, so just some pull throughs. And all I'm doing here is the same deal. I'm not really working the bottom position, not a lot going on, but I'm just kind of trying to get that squeeze again through the glutes, up towards my backside, the top of the hamstrings, at the top of the movement. The key is again is not to kind of lean back too much here, not to overarch. Tuck the hips under and squeeze to the top. So for the core, it's a static dead bug. Just push my lower back into the floor, into the ground. Should lift my tailbone a little bit off the floor. And I'm trying to brace through my tummy here as if someone's going to step on me pretty much. My shoulder blades are off the floor in this variation. I'm just trying to reach as high as I can at my fingertips. Again, not kind of resting in this position or settling here, but just trying to brace, squeeze through my tummy. And if we have access to a band, we can do a banded variation. And I like these ones too, particularly because, again, it just helps me achieve a strong hollow position in my torso. So it's kind of pinning my rib cage down here as well, using the tension in my arms. So I'm not letting my chest flare out too much, my rib cage flare here. So I can really, really get a tight squeeze through the core and the intended muscle group, or the target muscle group. So onto B1 here, we've got the glute bridge. We're just doing a 30-second hold. Again, I'm kind of tucking my chin here. I find if I tilt back on my head, I'll arch my back. I want to round my lower back, tuck the hips under. I'm kind of touching or poking my glutes there to keep them active and engaged. And I wanted to make sure that my knees aren't caving in towards each other either here on this one. So if I want to get more hamstrings, the long lever bridge is a good option. So it'll be a little less glutes in this one. I'm trying to dig my heels into the floor. Again, it's really important that hip position. I'm tucking the pelvis or the hips under. Don't want to arch my back, driving my elbows down, tucking my chin in. Trying to squeeze, get the back of the legs really working on this. And for the second core piece is the side plank. So again here, it's just all about alignment. I want to make sure my hips are straight. Again, not overarching the back, glutes are active, neutral hips. I'm trying to stack my top shoulder above my bottom shoulder. I don't want to be kind of twisting and turning too much here, trying to push up to the bottom hip, keeping the glutes active just to stabilize. So it's any kind of protocol to address that forward tilt. We need to strengthen certain muscles. We need to kind of lengthen and stretch certain muscles as well. So the couch stretch here is a really, really good one to do, especially if we're sitting down a lot all day. So again, what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to keep my hips tucked under. My back will want to arch to release pressure on the front of the thigh, but I want to try and really work against that. So I'm trying to flatten my back. I'm just measuring the distance there from my heel to my backside. So basically just trying to squeeze that glute in that side, and I should be getting like, or you should be feeling at least a really intense stretch just along the front of the thigh right there where I'm kind of holding. This stretch is another really good one for the glutes or the piriformis. So again, if we're sitting down a lot, these guys will get tight, so it's a really, really good idea to spend a bit of time stretching them out. So I kind of here suggested to accumulate a minute on each side, so we can do a minute straight through, or we can do 30 seconds twice on each side. So what I'm trying to do is sitting nice and tall here as well. Probably do want to arch my back here, so I don't want to slouch. I'm going to get nice and tall, and also I'm kind of squeezing my knee up towards my opposite shoulder.